Hey y'all.
Hey, what's going on?
We
Welcome back to another episode of
let's really talk. Like really talk.
Like I'm the host with the most quiz, and this is.
Alexandria Nicole.
So I'd like to go by the mononym quiz just because my name is RodriQuez, and I do not like for you to call me Rodriguez unless I'm in trouble or you know me like that or you signing my paycheck. So if you see me in the street, say hey quiz. If not, I'm gonna ignore you.
Or JoJo B from OKC.
That's up until we shoot the last the finale of season 3's Scandalous Tale, which is coming soon to a screen near you.
Okay.
Okay.
But we're definitely glad to have y'all back. We're gonna get into some mess. Not really mess. We just got a really good topic tonight.
Well, we're gonna just talk. And for those of you who don't know what we do, we really come here and we talk. We're not trying to offend anyone, nor are we trying to appease anyone. We're really having these conversations amongst ourselves, and we just basically vocalize our opinions on how the matter should be handled. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. So, don't take it to heart. Don't take it personal. And if you're one of the ones who get talked about, you're more than welcome to come on and defend yourself.
Okay.
We're gonna love you tomorrow anyway.
All right.
Okay. So let's really talk.
Let's really talk.
Cocktail of the week.
What's this cocktail?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, everybody who tuned in to the last episode, I thank y'all for talking about my small glass.
Hashtag Lil Cup.
Hashtag look up. Look cups matter.
Okay.
So the toast of the week is toast to going viral. Going viral last week. This drink is called Watermelon Wash 'em Down.
Oh.
On the high end, you say watermelon tequila. On the low end, you say fruit punch and watermelon Jolly Rancher in the bottom of a glass of tequila.
Okay, cheers to that.
How is it?
Strong.
I knew you were going to say that.
Strong.
It's not that strong. It's only 2 parts of tequila. Your choice. I decided to go with the Uncle Jose.
Ciao.
And I have the fruit punch straight out of the hydrant of and
They sponsoring us.
they better sponsor us.
And I'm gonna bleep them out. Bleep.
Your local gas station, convenience store, the ones that had a good fruit punch. They start with a 7 and end with an N on the end.
Ciao.
Okay, don't bleep that. And then we just have the crushed ice that you can only get from Sonic. And I also have a watermelon Jolly Rancher that I got out of some little kid's trick-or-treat bag.
Okay.
So,
all right.
There you have it.
There we have it. All right, y'all.
Things will get brighter.
So this is a portion of the show where we talk about what is new with us. So last time, since we was on live with Darius Cooks and Corey Cashmere, what has gone on with you in the last week? Anything new?
I will say this. In the nicest way, I read a lot of you guys' comments, and some of you guys are so funny.
Funny as hell.
I love reading the comments about myself. And I know there was one that said, he's not bored. He's just, whatever he drinking out the Liberty ass cup got him tipsy. And I swear to God, that just tickled me pink because you ain't lying, because I had these drinks strong than a mug.
He always got his drink strong.
But what's going on new with me? Currently I'm writing on 2 scripts. I just quit my second job.
All right.
And I'm gonna pick up 2 in the process.
I was about to say, come on, mental health
but I'm taking a break in between because I haven't had a day off to myself to where I could just shut down and not do, because I still bartend too.
Yeah.
So I technically got 4 jobs, but I'm letting one go. And I'm gonna take a hiatus and try to have my weekend days to myself for a little bit. I'm still not dating. I'm looking for somebody to match pajamas with. Don't worry, I'll buy the pajamas. You just gotta bring the body and don't steal, and we'll be good.
Don't steal. That's a big one.
That's it. What's been going on with you?
I mean, shit. Working on some scripts as well. So be on the look for a casting call, a horror black comedy.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, you say, ooh, yeah, you writing it
I'm
too.
excited about that. I'm
So
excited about that.
yeah, so
I'm
we're really
excited.
excited about that. It's gonna be fun. I really can't wait. It's gonna be like a short script. So yeah. Other than that, I'm still single. I mean, just to give y'all a little bit of something, I am a lesbian, part of the LGBT, but recently I have decided that I want to try to converse with men, or maybe just, I'm gonna be real, we adults, maybe have sex with a man. I've never had sex with a man. So, but it's been interesting because I went on a date today. Yeah. So that was interesting.
I'm not a part of the LGBTQ. I just like wearing the rainbow shit.
Big ass rainbow flag on his shirt, but okay.
It's half the shirt. Y'all, look at this shirt. Beyonce wore this shit. It's rainbow on one side, and it's white on the other side. I just like the shirt. The wristband matched the shirt. The watch matched the hat. But
so that's what I've been. I mean, that's something new in my world.
Congratulations for you, baby.
At the end of the day, like, fuck it. I feel like the LGBT community can be very judgmental, so I've kind of held this curiosity in, if you will. But I'm living for myself.
I'm gonna say this: dick is a beautiful thing.
Pussy a beautiful thing too.
Dick is a beautiful thing, and just don't become digmatized.
Oh yeah, none of
because you become digmatized, you say stupid shit like no. He don't be fighting me. I be walking into the punches and shit. They'll just say it.
I got too many friends that don't play about me for that.
This is also true.
Too many friends. So
well, I'm excited. Yeah. So maybe
an episode would definitely have to be about that experience.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure the people would love to hear about that. And maybe I might give me some coochie cat,
As you should.
I might give me a little meow, a little Tiger Woods before it's over.
I'm sick of you.
So if y'all know anybody that wants somebody, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm nasty. And that's with 2 T's and 3 S's.
They say pressure burst pipes.
Oh, pressure burst pipes. Yay.
Oh my goodness, that's a song right there.
Funny. Now, I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm not. If you come up to me talking about you want to give me some coochie, I'm gonna think you're trying to give me a disease. So at least take me to lunch first.
Okay.
So take me to lunch and get to know me. I'm a nice guy. Yes, I'm a freak hoe. I wrote a book about it. It's called Memoirs. A DL Black book. It's out right here on your local Amazon and in Walmart.
Okay.
But I know how to fuck.
We are at our topic of the night. I really wanted to talk about this topic, and I'll explain why later. But the topic here is, why is expressing yourself or being vulnerable considered being weak? I believe it's rooted in toxic masculinity, especially for men, because a lot of women feel that they don't want to be with a man that expresses himself. It may come to them like, hey, I feel like this and you hurt my feelings, or cry. We hear a lot about women thinking that dudes like that are just some bitch-made niggas, which is weird to me. But also, like, men feel like they can't express themselves either. Even women, masculine presenting women, feel the same way.
I think it's one of the, like I said, I think it's generational curse, number one.
Yeah.
I think the generation before us fucked us up.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think the generation before them fucked them up. Because if we speak to our parents right now, there are so many things we didn't know that the world had to teach us, and they're going to say, what, parenting ain't come with instruction?
Yeah.
Correct? So once we get exposed to these things and we don't know what to do with them, we don't have enough logic to process, this is what's happening, this is the reality of it, how can I push this out into the world without being judged? Yeah. For example, me being a male, me liking men, I have a certain type of dude that I like. Mm-hmm. I don't like dudes too soft. I don't like them too feminine. I like men. If I wanted a fucking soft man, I go get a woman. Mm-hmm. I can easily pull women.
Well, what's a soft man for you? Like, what does that look like?
A man for me, like a soft man for me, is someone who's more. And don't get me wrong. All women have a masculine tendency, and all men have a feminine tendency. Don't get me wrong with that, because we're all made from the same eggs. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For men who look at themselves like they're women, I'm not interested in that. Okay. Now, I'll be friends with you. Romantically, we will not connect.
Okay.
I can befriend anybody.
So we're not talking about men that come to you and be like, "Hey, you hurt my feelings. This is why you hurt my feelings."
Oh,
And
absolutely not.
Right,
It
right.
takes an adult to be able to tap into your fucking feelings. I don't
Okay.
care. I've seen something. Listen, I've seen some of the hardest motherfuckers tell me I hurt their feelings. Like I've dated some people I swear I would never mention in life, but I've dated some people who sit down doing hard time, fair time, who will still tell me I've never felt as beautiful as I felt with you before.
oh yeah, which is a
Like,
beautiful thing to be vulnerable.
And it's very beautiful. But I don't look at that man no less of a man because he chose to be himself with me.
Yeah.
That doesn't make him feminine to me. That makes him in tune with himself.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
more masculine than anything. A person who is masculine can face their fears and they can conquer the softest
Right.
portions of themselves and
Right.
be in tune with themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a man who is in touch with his emotions shooting somebody for me than somebody who's 100% scared.
My man.
You don't know who he gonna hit.
Okay, so I get that. I just don't. So what is your like thought process when it comes to women? Because it's mostly women that I see, straight women that like men, that are downing these men for crying, that are downing these men for just being themselves and being vulnerable. And to me, vulnerability is power.
But to us creative thinkers and us logical and depth thinkers, we know better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to a simple, that's like saying, okay, how can I expect a person to understand the value of tipping at somebody in customer service if they've never worked in that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All you can do is say, hey, that's not the right thing to do. But what are they going to say? They don't deserve my tip.
Yeah.
They're going to get paid because they chose this job.
Yeah.
And if they think that's simple on something that simple, they'll never be able to understand the complexity of the human being.
Yeah.
You know, I can sit up there and preach till I'm black and blue in the face to some of my bestest of friends and say, you know what, that man has feelings or that woman has feelings. Let's honor their feelings and let's take into consideration how will they feel if we sit up there and keep on beating them down.
Yeah.
If every time, if as a male, I have one friend, right now, if I get sad, if I turn to my friend and say, friend, I'm sad.
Yeah.
My friend gonna say, you one of the toughest people I know. Mm-hmm. I don't want to see you like that. But bitch, that doesn't discredit the fact that I am sad.
That's weird.
And I am hurt.
Yeah.
And I need a moment to be fucking vulnerable. And I don't feel no less of a man by going to somebody and saying, you know what? I am not happy. I feel like, you never know. Some days I might feel like jumping off into the next lake.
Yeah.
You won't know that because I can't express that to anybody because of what society has put in their mentals, you know, as what a norm is.
Yeah.
Because I'm a hard mother sucker. Because I can flip tractor tires in the yard.
But that's why they say, like, check on your toughest friends, your strongest friends, because it don't matter.
People
Yeah.
understand mental health is so
They
real,
don't.
baby. It's
They
so
don't.
real.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I empathize for a lot of the LGBT, like the males in this lifestyle. I think a lot of them turn to femininity is because they get accepted more by women than they do men. And that's because they don't get to stand in that light the way they want to.
So they can express their feelings more. So a feminine gay male can express themselves more than a very, I guess y'all would say top, like a very masculine.
You can't call them a top, because I know some films that top, and I know some masculines that bottom.
Okay.
But, you know, I think the thing is, as a society, like people are but everybody in general is scared to put their feelings out there because what's at the forefront nowadays? Narcissism.
Oh yeah,
manipulation.
For sure. That has a big part in it.
It's you know, if COVID taught us nothing else, COVID taught us those things.
Yeah.
And it's even worse now because as far as toxic masculinity goes, I can look at a man and call a man beautiful and not want to have sex with him.
Right.
What's so wrong with that?
Yeah.
But I have people that hit me up all the time and say, hey, bro, I wouldn't mind being your friend, just don't make no pass at me. Then I gotta say shit like, first of all, you don't check none of my boxes. The only box you check is being a male. You ugly, your hair nappy, your breath stink, you can't dress, and you don't have a job. Why the fuck would I be attracted to you?
Right.
But then I say that, then what? Who's toxic?
Yeah.
So I think it just goes down to if you do your affirmations, and this is for everybody out here listening and watching, do your affirmations. Do your affirmations till you start to believe them.
Yeah.
And once you start to believe them, manifest them.
Yeah.
And once you manifest them, create the boundaries that surround them.
Yeah.
And once you create the boundaries that surround them, nobody else can penetrate any
Yeah.
love that you have for your fucking self.
Yeah, and I honestly, I've always been somebody that's vulnerable. I'm a Pisces, so if y'all know anything about Pisces, we're extremely emotional creatures. We tend to wear our heart on our sleeve. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. But I've always been so thankful that I can be vulnerable and show my vulnerability and still like even if it's crushed down, still believe in that love and still be able to know that I can be vulnerable with the next person that walks into my life, no matter, what the past has done to me. And I'm thankful for that. Not a lot of people can. And the reason why I even wanted to discuss this is because recently a friend of mine, she's masculine presenting, she had came to me and told me about her feelings for me, right? I already told you. Yes.
Okay.
So, anyways, so she told me how she felt, but right afterwards was like, damn, I feel like a bitch. And I'm like, but why though?
Because she presented her feelings.
And she said that. She said, because I told you how I felt, and I don't normally do that. And I'm like, but why? Like, that's what's wrong with people. Like, and I applauded her. I said, thank you so much for being honest with me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you wouldn't have been honest, then you never know. Like, if you were shooting your shot, or what could have happened.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And we've never been on anything like that. Like, yes, she found me attractive. Like, we met on TikTok. And so, like, she originally found me, like, attractive, but we literally are or when we met, was going through the same thing as far as with our ex-girlfriends at the time.
Trauma bonding.
And I'm not even going to say that it's trauma bonding, because literally we on some friend shit.
That's what it was.
It was.
But that's not what's important right now. Go ahead, baby.
Right. Okay. Because,
Go ahead.
but I basically was like, thank you for being vulnerable. Like, I appreciate you for being vulnerable and coming to me about your feelings, because, like, it is messed up that you feel like you can't talk to anybody about your feelings. And it's not even her thing. And I know it's not always the toxic masculinity surrounded by it. It's when she has in the past, people have shut her down. And that's another thing. Like, it's not fair. Like, yes, we're vulnerable and stuff, but for the people that are on the other side, if somebody's coming to you about their feelings, why shut them down? That's rude as fuck.
Right.
It's like something's wrong with you, because maybe your parents didn't allow you to express yourself as a kid. And that goes back to, childhood trauma. And I will always say, at our big age, we need to be in therapy. We need to, I'm not going to say get over it, because how you move and how you heal is how you heal. But we can't keep blaming childhood trauma on why we are not vulnerable.
Now let me just throw in a little side disclaimer. Therapy doesn't mean you have to sit up in a room with somebody you don't know and confess and pour your feelings into. Therapy is being into a safe space to where you can therapeutically express what you're feeling and not be judged for it. That's what therapy is.
Yeah.
You can find your therapy in music. You can find your therapy amongst your friends. You can find your therapy in writing. Just be somewhere to where you can express and get that shit off of you so that you're able to grow. So just because you hit therapy, I don't want y'all to think that means going to sit down with a shrink with their leg crossed in a fucking notebook telling you how you should eat, shit, sleep, breathe, walk, and think. That's all.
And I agree with you in some aspects, but I personally feel like sitting with somebody that has, and here's the thing. When I first started my therapy, it took me a person after a person after a person until I could really find the person that was meant for me. It really is like that with therapy. I feel like everybody should sit down in a room with somebody that's going to hold them accountable, give them homework to work on what the hell they need to work on when they go home. And you can do that with friends. And that's another thing. Surround yourself with friends that allow you to be vulnerable, but also hold your ass accountable. Thankfully, I have my tribe. And I will say, some of the people in my tribe rub me the wrong way because I don't want to hear it, but I need to hear it.
I already know who she's talking about.
I mean, it's several of y'all. Because who wants to hear that, right? We really don't, but we need to. But one thing I will say is my tribe, like, they allow me to be vulnerable. It's never, oh, shut that shit up. It's never, oh, bitch. They'll remind me who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? They'll definitely they will remind me who I am, but they'll never shoot me down for being vulnerable or crying or in my feelings or just out there. So I say for everybody that's on the other side of, if somebody's coming to them being vulnerable, don't shoot that man down just because he's expressing himself. That's fucking weird. Look, you weird for that. I'm calling you a weirdo. I don't care.
And you think you wonder why your man go over to the next man because he wants to feel vulnerable. He needs to feel vulnerable and submissive, but he can't do that in his home life. So he goes to another man and allows that man to express himself and feel vulnerable and lay his head on his pillow. Next thing you know, his back is blown out.
And is that right? No, we're not saying that's okay. I mean, at least me.
That's a direct result of what will happen. Not saying that it happens.
Or the next bitch. Or the next bitch. That allows him to be vulnerable.
Or the next $40 hoe on the blade or anything. He wants to go somewhere to where he can feel vulnerable and not be judged. You'll be surprised how many people go out here and pay people just for their time, just so they can hear them out and not judge them because they can't do that shit at home.
Exactly.
I came across a lot of people like that, like dead ass. I came across truck drivers. I sat up there and talked to truck drivers who are like, I'm getting cheated on constantly at home, but I can't tell my wife how I feel because I'm never there.
Yeah.
And, and on no sexual shit, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know you. So my advice is going to be super unbiased, black and white, and genuine. If you can't feel like you can trust this person while you're away, stack your money up and go elsewhere. And whenever you decide to sit your ass down, be happy.
Yeah. I mean, and that just goes to show you as well, like, a lot of people think that when people go off and cheat, it's because they're not getting sex at home. But sometimes it's they're trying to be vulnerable in that relationship and they keep getting shut down.
People cheat for emotional support.
Oh, absolutely.
People cheat financially. People cheat mentally. People cheat because of societal norms. People cheat because they can't express themselves.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Most of you women out here, if y'all man said, hey, stick your finger up my butt, y'all will be ready to get rid of them. But do y'all honestly know that that's where the male G-spot is? Up the ass? About this far up the ass? That's where the male G-spot is. But you want him to know how to play with your clit to the point to where you can't walk no more. But you don't want to do what it takes to make that man get that same orgasm. That shit's selfish as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Man, come on. Man, turn me off.
No, it really is, though.
Mad as fuck because, like, I hate societal norms.
And that's exactly what it's surrounded by.
I hate
the
it.
Toxic masculinity. Not only that, but society norms. Society has put it out there that men cannot be vulnerable. Masculine presenting women can't be vulnerable. People can't be vulnerable in general because we are made to be strong, especially the black women. The black woman can't be vulnerable. We got to be strong. You know what I'm saying? And bitter, like that shit crazy to me. That it's fucked up, bro.
The black man gotta be so strong. How much more strong we got to prove? We've been slaves. Ain't shit stronger than slavery.
Yeah.
How much more strong we gotta be?
It's crazy. Fuck? Yeah, no, it's real. And so that's just listen.
I'm through with it.
It's crazy and it's messed up.
On the agenda
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because, as you can tell, it's a topic that really gets down deep through there.
It's so taboo, and it doesn't even need to be taboo. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Exactly.
It's something that we need to have a segment one day to where we can just sit up there and just get to it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we neither one of us can get through it without crying through it. I'm sure.
You hear me? Because it's really fucking sad.
Shit.
Yeah.
And, it's just. I don't know.
I want y'all to put how y'all feel about this topic in the comments, okay?
I want to hear what y'all have to say.
Yeah.
And just know that we read y'all everything. We read everything. Whether she reads or I read it myself, we read it. Yeah. Good, bad, ugly.
Thank y'all so much for watching us tonight. We hope y'all took something from it. What did you take away from it?
Me?
Yes.
Oh my God. I definitely learned tonight that I do have to do some shadow work.
Absolutely.
As far as, toxic masculinity goes, I am very one-sided and one-dimensional on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I accept that because I've always been on the end where I'm always a survivor.
Yeah.
And so, even though, like, deep down, I may be, a tinge of an empath. Mm-hmm. I still have a very tough exterior.
Yeah.
And so trying to understand people, and
So you feel like you could be more vulnerable yourself?
I'm absolutely vulnerable.
Okay.
But it just takes a lot to get me to that state.
Okay.
Because not everybody's worth it. You know?
Yeah.
So like I said, that's something I'm willing to work on, is to be a little bit more open.
Yeah.
I'll say go from 10% to 15%, but it's not going to be a gradual growth.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely willing to work towards it.
Yeah.
What about you?
You know, I've been vulnerable and stuff. I think that maybe I could be less vulnerable. Not saying being overly vulnerable is a bad thing. What I'm saying is, like you said, not everybody is worth it.
Right.
And I feel like that's what I'm learning in this journey right now, in this journey that I'm going through right now. And so I just wish a lot more people showed empathy. And that brings me to the quote of the night, well, one of the quotes of the night, which is, vulnerability is the birthplace of love, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity. It is the source of hope, accountability, and authenticity, which is huge. I feel like if you're vulnerable, you are walking in your authentic self, and you're living your life unapologetically, because fuck these motherfuckers.
Because these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. I'm just gonna, this is actually a piece of a poem that I had written.
Okay, come on, poet.
Yeah, it's just a little smidge, So the poem is entitled "Here We Are," and I'm just gonna read the first couple of stanzas because it's long as hell.
Okay.
But it reads: people change during one of the 4 seasons. When they hurt enough, they have to. When they learn enough that they want to. When they see enough, they're inspired to. When they receive enough that they're able to do so. I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let things go. Things go wrong so that you can learn to appreciate them when they're right. Sometimes good things fall apart so that the better things can fall together.
Okay, that's beautiful.
But I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Until you can understand those little simple words, they're so simple and so complex at the same time.
Yeah.
You'll never understand the beauty of life.
I feel that.
That's the circle of it.
I feel that. Okay.
Alexandria Nicole, thank you for your time tonight.
JoJo B from OKC. Thank you for your time.
I am JoJo B from OKC. You can catch me on Scandalous Tale Season 2-3. Coming soon to a TV near you.
Yes. Thank y'all so much for joining tonight and listening, and your comments. We're reading them. And like I said, if y'all gonna take anything away, be yourself. It's okay to be vulnerable. I think you're powerful in your vulnerability.
Hey,
and you're beautiful.
Self-love is the best love.
It is. Oh, and I'm always gonna say this. This is my new quote. Walk in love because of love, not for love. I'm gonna get that on the shirt.
Sheesh.
Period.
Walk in love because of love,
not for love.
Love is.
All right. Bye,
Have a
y'all.
good night.